Hello Buchu, good morning. Myself Dayalchan Pathak. I welcome you all to my channel Physics Made Easy by DCP. This is for class 10th lecture. Earlier before this, in last lecture we have discussed about combination of resistors in series and parallel. Then we come to know that in series the total resistance is R equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 dot dot dot. And in parallel total resistance is 1 upon R, reciprocal 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 dot dot. Yes or no? So that means in parallel we come to know that in parallel resistance, total resistance will be minimum, in series total resistance will be maximum. Clear? So what is today in physics? Now today we will discuss very important topic of this chapter, that is called heating effect of current. Heating effect of current, and you can say it Joule's law. Heating effect of current or Joule's law. Heating effect of current and Joule's law. Now what is this? Now again, this is very important for your syllabus. We know that suppose we have a wire, suppose this is a wire of aluminium. This is a conducting wire. If we will connect this wire through a cell, every cell has two terminals, plus and minus. This is a cell of potential V. What is the potential of cell? V. Then we know that a current starts flowing through this wire. Suppose the current is I, from positive terminal to negative. The direction of current is plus to minus. So a current starts flowing through the circuit. Everybody know, earlier also we have discussed about this all. Now, what is heating effect of current? According to heating current, according to Joule's law, when a conductor is connected through a cell or battery, current starts flowing through the conductor, and after some time conductor is heat up. For example, अगर आप अपना मोबाइल फोन चार्ज करेंगे, you feel that the mobile phone is also heat up. Iron, if you open your bulb, if you switch on the bulb, then you feel that it will heat up after some time. That means we can say that if flowing current heat the conductor. That means when current flow through a conductor, then heat is produced in that conductor. When current flows through a conductor, heat is produced in that conductor. This is called heating effect of current. This is called heating effect of current. Now why heat produce? Number first. Earlier we have discussed about this all, that whatever in this universe, that is called matter. Whatever in this universe, that is called matter. Matter is in three forms: solid, liquid and gases. 5 forms are there. Mainly we will discuss about these 3 forms: solid, liquid, gas, plasma and BC, Bose-Einstein condenser. Every state is collection of many small particles. And we have discussed that in a wire, normally electrons are free and they move in zigzag. They move in zigzag. Without battery, they move zigzag. These free outermost cell electrons are called free electron. If you are not seeing the previous video, first go through the previous video, then only you come to know. So these electrons are called free electrons. When you will connect this wire through battery or cell, when you will connect this wire through battery or cell, these electrons are start moving from negative terminal, negative to positive. Clear? And this flow of charges is called current. So when charge will move, when current will flow, the rate of flow of charge is called current. That means free electron will move. When free electron will move, they will collide, and during that collision they will share their energy. वो अपना energy को क्या करेंगे? They will transfer their energy. Due to that reason, the temperature of the conductor will increase and it will heat up. This is the cause. What is the cause? When current will flow through a wire, when current will through a wire, when current flow through a wire, the electrons will move. Free electrons will move, and when they will move, they will collide. Obviously, when they will move through a small region, they will collide with each other and also with the atoms. वो atoms से collide करेंगे और आपस में एक दूसरे से collide. During that collision, when two things are hit, then there will be a sharing of energy. Due to that energy, the temperature of atom and ions will increase. उनका टेम्परेचर क्या हो जाएगा? बढ़ जाएगा. And when temperature will increase, they will heat up. So that means we can say that current produce heat. This is heating effect of current. current produce heat. This is the heating effect of current. And if someone will ask you why conductors are heated, what is the cause of heating effect of current? The cause of heating effect of current is collision. During that collision, energy is transferred, and during that energy transformation, temperature is increased and the material will be heated. So the final result is that current, moving current, flowing current produce heat. Now we can prove it. See, we know, let a wire, its length is L. We connect this wire through a battery V, and the current through this wire is W. We know potential V equal to W upon Q. Everybody know about it. Potential V equal to W upon Q. Work done per unit charge called potential. Yes or no? So V equal to W upon Q. W equal to, we can write VQ. W equal to VQ. This is equation 1. We can write, in previous video we have discussed V equal to W upon Q. So W equal to, cross multiply it, W equal to VQ, and we know I equal to, we also know I equal to Q upon T. Rate of flow of charge is called current. So from here, if we implies it, cross multiply it, Q equal to IT. This is question number B. If you cross multiply it, you will get Q equal to IT. Now putting value of Q from B in equation A. From here you will put this value of Q here. So you will get W equal to VIT. So W equal to VIT. Yes or no? So now what is W? W equal to VIT. Clear? Now from here, again, we know Ohm's law. This all we have discussed. Ohm's law. V equal to IR. This is Ohm's law. So W equal to, at the place of V you put it, this value, I into R into I into T. Here you will put this value of V equal to IR. Here you will do. So W equal to I square RT. This work done is called heat. वर्क डन को क्या बोलते हैं? हीट. हीट मींस एनर्जी है, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ एनर्जी. ट्रांसफर, जो एनर्जी ट्रांसफर होती है दैट इज कॉल्ड हीट. जो एनर्जी ट्रांसफर होती है उसे हीट कहते हैं. और एनर्जी को क्या बोलते हैं? वर्क. दैट मींस दिस वर्क डन इज कॉल्ड हीट. सो हीट H equal to I square RT. This is the heat produced in that wire. This is the value of heat produced in that wire. When we connect that wire through battery, this amount of heat will produce in that wire. H equal to I square RT. How much heat will produce? H equal to I square RT. Yes or no? This equation is called joule. This equation is called Joule's heating equation. This equation is called Joule's heating equation. What is this? Joule's heating equation. So that means we can say that when we connect a wire through a cell or battery, then a current start flowing through that wire. When we will connect any conducting thing through a battery or cell, a current start flowing through that conductor. Due to that current, there will be collision inside that conductor, because rate of flow of charge is called current. When charges will flow, they will collide, and during that collision, their temperature, collision होगा, टकराव होगा, तो energy will be shared by the atoms, and temperature will increase, and that conductor will be heat up. This is called heating effect of current. For example, you see the bulb. When current will flow through the bulb, bulb will heat up. You see here the fuse, which we will normally use fuse. That fuse wire is work on the principle of heating effect. Iron work on the principle of heating effect. Heater work on the principle of heating effect. Geyser work on the principle of heating effect. When current will flow, the temperature will increase. It will use to boil the water in heat, in heaters. So that means water heaters में कैसे water गर्म होता है? ये कॉइल होती है, जब करंट फ्लो होती है तो कॉइल क्या होती है, गर्म हो जाती है. ड्यू टू दैट एनर्जी विल प्रोड्यूस एंड दैट इट विल यूज टू heat up that water. So that means we can say that current produce heat. But how much amount of heat it will produce? For that you will start from previous data that potential V equal to W upon Q cross multiply W equal to VQ. We know I equal to Q upon T, so Q equal to IT. Put this value here, so we will get W equal to VIT. Now by using Ohm's law, we will put V equal to IR. This is the work done, and work done is called heat. Heat means transfer of energy is called heat. From one end to another, whatever amount of heat will transfer by battery to that conductor, whatever amount of heat transfer by battery to that conductor, that is called heat. So work done is called heat. So heat equal to I square RT. This is the heat produced in a wire. Is it clear? Now from here, if you will see, this is the amount of heat produced in a wire, H equal to I square RT. So we can say that if a wire is connected through this, suppose this is a wire conductor connected through a cell plus minus, then a current start flowing through it. Its potential is V. Then a current start flowing through it. Due to that current in this wire, heat will produce. And how much amount of heat will produce? Heat produced in a wire will be H equal to I square RT, where R is the resistance. Here I is current and R is resistance. Earlier we have discussed in previous video. T is time. So that means we can say that if the conductor is connected through the battery for more time, more heat will produce. If resistance will be more heat will produce. If current will be more heat will produce. So from this we will come to the conclusion that number first, H directly depend on I square. That means heat directly depend on current square. This is first law of Joule. So what is first law of Joule? Heat produced in a conductor directly depend on square of current. Directly depend on square of current. This is first law of Joule's. ये पहला लॉ है जूल्स का. पहला कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है जूल्स का? द हीट प्रोड्यूस इन ए वायर इट डायरेक्टली डिपेंड ऑन द स्क्वायर ऑफ द करंट. नंबर सेकंड, फ्रॉम दिस इक्वेशन वी विल गेट H डायरेक्टली डिपेंड ऑन R. दिस इज कॉल्ड सेकंड लॉ ऑफ हीट. व्हाट इज हीट प्रोड्यूस डायरेक्टली डिपेंड ऑन resistance of wire. Resistance of wire. This is second law of heat, joules. Number third law, H directly depend on T. T is time. That means heat produced in a conductor directly depend on time. So if you will connect that conductor through battery for more time, more heat will produce. These three laws are called Joule's heating law. This is called Joule's heating equation. This is called Joule's heating equation. Yes or no? The heat unit of heat is, everybody know, unit of heat is energy. Energy unit is joule. Yes or no? Energy unit is joule. So what is the unit of heat? Joule. So this is heating effect of current, and these are the laws of Joule's. Now, what are the applications of Joule's heating law? कहाँ application of Joule's heating law? Application of Joule's heating law. Now, कहाँ यूज होता है? Where we will see these laws. कहाँ पर ये heat produce होती हुई हमें दिखती है? See, many examples are there. If you will see the working of bulb. In a bulb, there is a glass portion. Yes or no? क्या होता है? Glass portion होता है. And inside that glass portion, there is a wire. This wire is a tungsten. Whose wire? Tungsten. Why tungsten wire only? Because the melting point of tungsten wire is very high. The melting point of tungsten wire is very high. जो tungsten wire है उसका melting point क्या होता है? बहुत हाई होता है, ड्यू टू दैट रीजन इनसाइड ए बल्ब विच मटीरियल द वायर दिस इज मेड अप ऑफ tungsten, made up of tungsten. Now what is the melting point of tungsten? Tungsten melting point 3380 degrees Celsius, very high, approximately 3380 degrees Celsius. Due to that reason we normally use tungsten. Inside this glass there is few gases are filled, like gases are here, nitrogen or argon. You can fill inside it nitrogen or argon. Nitrogen or argon. They are inactive gases. Inactive, they are not reactive. So they are, you know that they are zero group elements. So inside the bulb, which gases are filled up? First question. Which type of gases are filled inside the bulb? There are two types inactive gases. Inactive gases like argon and nitrogen. The filament, this is called filament. This is called filament. Filament. The filament of bulb is made up of tungsten. Why tungsten? Tungsten is the melting point of tungsten is very high. How much? 3380. This work on the principle of Joule's heating law. When we will connect this bulb through battery, when you will connect this bulb through battery, जब आप इसे बैटरी से जोड़ेंगे, then current start flowing through this tungsten wire. Due to that, when heat is produced, I square RT, and this will flow. Yes or no? जब आप बल्ब को किससे जोड़ देंगे? सेल और बैटरी से जोड़ेंगे, तो एक करंट फ्लो होनी शुरू होगी किसमें? फिलामेंट्स में. जब फिलामेंट में करंट फ्लो होगी तो करंट की वजह से फिलामेंट का रेजिस्टेंस होगा, क्या प्रोड्यूस होगी? बाय जूल्स हीटिंग लॉ हीट प्रोड्यूस होगी I स्क्वायर RT. ड्यू टू दैट हीट इट विल हीट अप एंड इट विल गिव यू लाइट. When a large current will flow, when I is large, due to that, if I is large, when a large current flow through it, H will be large. Yes or no? And the tungsten wire will be come to its melting point, and it will melt, and the wire will break. When the wire will break, now the circuit is not closed circuit, and the bulb will be fused. We will say bulb will fuse. So the working of bulb is for application of Joule's heating law. How the bulb is work? In a bulb there is a glass box. Inside that there is inactive gases like nitrogen and argon, and there is a filament made up of tungsten, because the melting point of tungsten is very high. Why? When we connect this bulb through battery, a current will start to flow through the filament. Due to that, that there will be heat will produced by Joule's heating law in that filament, and it will blow. Glowing of bulb, चमकने लगेगा. It will give you light. But when large current will flow through the bulb, large energy will produce, and the wire will melt. When wire will melt, tungsten filament will melt, the circuit will break, and we will say that bulb is fused. आपने देखा होगा जब बल्ब फ्यूज होता है तो उसका फिलामेंट टूट जाता है ना. जब घर पर हम देखेंगे बल्ब फ्यूज होता है तो उसका एक फिलामेंट टूटा होता है. तो दिस इज वर्क ऑन द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ Joule's heating law. Number second application, fuse is also work on Joule's heating law. You know that this is a protecting device एट हमारे होम सर्किट्स. हमारे घरों में जो सर्किट है, हमारे घर के जो सर्किट्स को बचाने के लिए एक प्रोटेक्टिंग डिवाइस हमने लगाई रहती है, सेफ्टी मेजर डिवाइस होती है जिसे बोलते हैं फ्यूज. आपने देखा होगा इस तरह का ओल्ड फ्यूज अगर आप देखेंगे तो इस तरह का एक फ्यूज होता है. यस और नो? देयर इज ए वायर इन दैट फ्यूज. द मेल्टिंग पॉइंट ऑफ दिस वायर इज वेरी हाई. इस तरह से एक बॉक्स होता है, उस पर एक वायर होता है, इस तरह से एक मिट्टी का बना हुआ होता है ना. इन दैट देयर इज ए वायर. दिस इज ए वायर. ठीक है, अलॉय का बना होता है. दिस इज ए वायर. इट्स मेल्टिंग पॉइंट इज वेरी हाई. व्हेन लार्ज करंट विल फ्लो थ्रू इट, इट इज कनेक्टेड थ्रू मेन सर्किट. घर के बाहर मेन सर्किट से जाओ. व्हेन करंट विल फ्लो थ्रू दिस वायर, हीट विल प्रोड्यूस I स्क्वायर RT. व्हेन ए लार्ज करंट विल कम, व्हेन I विल बी लार्ज, देन हीट विल बी लार्ज एंड इट विल मेल्ट एंड इट विल सेव योर डिवाइसेस. ये मेल्ट हो जाएगा तो सर्किट को क्या कर देगा? ब्रेक कर देगा. तो करंट कहाँ नहीं है, वो लार्ज करंट कहाँ एंटर नहीं कर पाएगी? घर पर एंटर नहीं कर पाएगी. दैट मीन्स इट विल सेव द डिवाइसेस वर्किंग एट होम. चलिए, घर के बाहर लगा रहता है. व्हेन लार्ज करंट विल कम थ्रू दिस and large heat will produce, and it will come to its melting point and break. When it will break, circuit will destroy, and that extra current will not come to your home. Clear? So this is work on the principle of what? Joule's heating law. Now the wire of this fuse is made up of copper, aluminium, iron, lead alloy. So इनके मिक्सर का बना होता है. किस किस का बना है? कॉपर, आयरन, एल्यूमिनियम, लेड, इनका एलॉय, मिक्सर, एलॉय मतलब मिक्स को बोलते हैं, इनका बना हुआ ये वायर होता है. इससे मेल्टिंग पॉइंट इज वेरी हाई. सो दिस इज वर्क ऑन द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ फ्यूज. सो दिस टू you keep in your mind, because the question will be there. Write two devices which work on the Joule's heating law. Fuse and bulb is work on the. You can write many devices more are there. Heater, iron, and water heater. These all are work on the principle of Joule's heating law. So this is Joule's heating law. Is it clear? So here the filament of bulb is made up of tungsten. Its melting point is 3.380 degrees Celsius, very high. So when large current will come through this bulb, large heat will produce, and due to that it will melt and it will break, and in that condition we will say that bulb is fused. Clear? So this is the applications of Joule's heating law. Two applications I have explained briefly, and you can write many applications are there. Heater, water geyser, iron, and a bulb and fuse. These all are work on the principle of Joule's heating law. They all are work on the principle of Joule's heating law. Yes. So now our next topic, we will discuss about power. Power is represented by P. अब हमने प्रूफ किया H equal to I square RT. Heat is H equal to RT. So power P equal to, at the place of H we will put I square RT upon T. It will cancel out. P equal to I square RT. This is the formula of whose formula? Power. Now you can convert in different forms. Now we know Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? Ohm's law, V equal to IR. From here, if I will find out the value of I equal to V upon R. So power P, you will put this value here from A. Power P from A. Power P equal to, what will power P? I square, V square, R square into R. This is cancel out. P equal to V square R. This is another form of power. Clear? This is when potential is given. In case of parallel combination, potential remain same. In case of parallel combination, potential remains same. In parallel combination, you can apply this formula P equal to I square R. Now, if you put at the place of R, now if we will put value of R equal to what? V upon I. R equal to, from here R equal to V upon I. From equation A, power P equal to, at the place of R we will put, so I square into V upon I. This is cancel out. P equal to Vi. This is the another form of power. Clear? So these are the three forms of power. So what is power? Rate of doing work is called power. Work per unit time, you can write rate of doing of work is called power. Work per unit time is called power. Work per unit per second is called power. Heat per second consumed by a conductor is called power. When we connect a conductor through battery provides heat, and that heat is taken by the conductor. So we will write heat consumed by conductor per unit time. Heat consumed by conductor per unit time is called power. So power P equal to heat upon time. Heat H equal to I square RT. So this is the first form. Then by using Ohm's law, we will convert it in different form. Is it clear? So this is the different forms of power. Any one form you can use according to the condition. Whatever condition will be given you, you can apply these rules. Now we know power. Here power P equal to H upon T. Unit of power. Unit of power. What will be the unit of power? Power P, unit of it is joule per second. Joule per second. This is called watt, represented by capital W. So what is the unit of power? The unit of power is watt. unit of power is watt. You can write joule per second or watt. Joule per second or watt. Which type of question you will get from here? What is the unit of power? Unit of power is watt. It is which type of quantity? Scalar. ये कैसी quantity? Scalar. No need of direction. पावर के लिए डायरेक्शन की जरूरत नहीं है. Power is not a vector quantity. It is a scalar quantity. Its unit is watt. Now, question है define 1 watt. Your task is define 1 watt. What is 1 watt? 1 watt क्या है? You can write different definitions. See, power P equal to, how you write the answer? Power P equal to H upon T or P equal to VI. From anyone. P will be 1 when H equal to 1 joule, T equal to 1 second, then P will be 1 watt. So 1 watt is the power. 1 watt is the power when heat consumed by a conductor per second is 1 joule. Heat consumed by a conductor per second 1 joule. Heat consumed by a conductor per second is 1 joule. Then the power will be 1 watt. Or you can write, अगर आप इससे डेफिनेशन देते हैं P equal to VI से, if V equal to 1 volt, I equal to 1 ampere, P will be 1 watt. 1 watt is the power when 1 ampere current flow through a conductor when potential is 1 volt. When 1 ampere current flow through a conductor of potential 1 volt between the terminals, that time the power will be 1 watt. Power क्या होगी? 1 watt. Is it clear? So very easy definition from any one you can write. Heat से लिख सकते हैं, by this इससे भी लिख सकते हैं. तो ये क्वेश्चन था. We will discuss next point about larger units of power. Power की बड़ी units. The unit of power is watt. But what is not the largest unit of power? There are few units like kilowatt. 1 kilowatt equal to 1000 watt. 1 kilowatt equal to 1000 watt. This is the larger unit of power. Next you can write 1 megawatt. 1 megawatt 10 to the power 6 watt. 1 megawatt equal to 10 to the power 6 watt. Yes. Then 1 gigawatt. 1 gigawatt equal to 10 to the power 9 watt. These are the larger unit of power. These are the largest unit of power. What is the larger unit of power? Kilowatt. 1 kilowatt equal to 1000 watt. 1 megawatt. 1 mega. This is megawatt. 1 megawatt 10 to the power 6 watt. 1 gigawatt 10 to the power 9 watt. Then this is also the unit of power. Horsepower. This is called HP. Horsepower. Unit of HP. This is called HP. Horsepower. Horsepower. This is the power of engine. आपने सुना होगा गाड़ी के इंजन का जो पावर होता है HP में होता है. HP का मतलब है हॉर्स पावर. क्या मतलब है? हॉर्स 1 HP इक्वल टू 746 वॉट. 1 HP में कितना वॉट होता है? 746 वॉट. 1 HP 1 हॉर्स पावर इज इक्वल टू 746 वॉट. 746 वॉट. तो 1 HP में कितना वॉट होता है? 746 वॉट होता है. दिस इज ऑल्सो लार्जेस्ट यूनिट ऑफ पावर. HP हॉर्स पावर. इट्स कॉल्ड हॉर्स पावर. आपने सुना होगा वी ऑलवेज गिव यूनिट. हम बिजली का बिल किस में देते हैं? ऑलवेज वी पे द बिल ऑफ एन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इन यूनिट्स. व्हाट इज द यूनिट? यूनिट मतलब हुआ यूनिट इक्वल टू किलोवाट आवर. किलोवाट आवर इज कॉल्ड यूनिट. किलोवाट आवर इज कॉल्ड यूनिट. उसे बोलते हैं 1 यूनिट. व्हाट इज 1 यूनिट? जैसे द रेट इज 5 रुपी पर यूनिट. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी रेट इज सपोज 5 रुपी पर यूनिट. मतलब 5 रुपया पर किलोवाट आवर. जी की यूनिट जो है, कमर्शियल यूनिट जो एनर्जी की है वो क्या है? किलोवाट आवर. क्या होता है? 1 किलोवाट आवर इक्वल टू 1 किलोवाट इक्वल टू 1000 वॉट इंटू आवर 60 minute into 60 second. This is, so it will come how much? Into 3600 watt into second. What into second? So it will come 3.6. Yeah, you can write it 36 into 10 to the power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Watt into second is called joule. So 1 unit equal to this much amount of joule. मतलब अगर हम एक यूनिट का 5 रुपया दे रहे हैं, 5 रुपीज पर यूनिट, सो वी आर पेइंग फॉर दिस अमाउंट ऑफ जूल. इतने जूल वर्क के लिए हम कितना रुपया पे करते हैं? 5 रुपीज. सो 1 यूनिट मीन्स किलोवाट आवर. इट इज कमर्शियल यूनिट, कमर्शियल यूनिट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी. तो कमर्शियल यूनिट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी इज किलोवाट आवर. इसे इलेक्ट्रिकल के कौन सी यूनिट बोलते हैं? कमर्शियल यूनिट. 1 यूनिट इक्वल टू किलोवाट आवर. 1 kilowatt hour equal to itna joule. So 1 unit, suppose the rate is 1 unit 5 rupees. That means we are paying for this much amount energy 5 rupees only. Clear? So these are the units of power. Clear? So in this lecture we have finished this chapter. This chapter is over. Now in next video we will discuss about the numerical of this chapter from NCERT and some extra numericals. Till that, stay home, stay safe. Bye.